From poll taxes to white-only primaries, Texas has discriminated against voters of color for generations.
Please complete your testimony.
You have the power to reject that, to reject the pressure from President Trump and national Republican operatives urging you to offset their anticipated electoral losses elsewhere by redrawing the map in Texas to discriminate against minority communities.
That was Democratic Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher pushing back against the GOP plan to redraw Texas's congressional maps during this term's special session. Spurred on by President Trump, it's an attempt to lock in the party's majority ahead of the midterms. Let's be clear, redistricting normally only happens every 10 years and after a new census is released. Texas would not have been due for a new map until 2030. Joining us now is Texas Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher. Congresswoman, thank you for being here. During that very hearing, you also said that this redistricting will intentionally dilute the voting strength of minority communities. What did you mean by that?
Well, that's exactly right. So thank you so much for having me on, and thanks for getting right to the issue, because this is something that's happening in Texas, and a lot of people are confused because the governor just called a special session, just added this to the calendar, is referring to a somewhat confusing, to say the least, letter from the Department of Justice. And the bottom line here in Texas is that we already have a gerrymandered map that is drawn to maximize Republican political power in Texas and to discriminate against communities of color. And what we've seen is that in the last redistricting effort, that the map that we're currently operating under, we've just gotten out of a trial over this map for intentional discrimination against minority voters. What we know is that there are 13 districts in Texas that are represented by Democrats in this Congress. And in every single one of them, it is a coalition of minority voters that come together to elect their candidate of choice, and their candidate of choice is a Democrat. And so that means if they do as President Trump has asked and try to eliminate 5 Democratic districts, they will be intentionally diluting the voices and the votes of minority voters. And that is illegal. And so it was really important to me to make that clear to the legislators who are considering this, because that is the test. That's the key here. It is intentional discrimination. That is illegal. And that's exactly what they'll be doing.
Congresswoman, well, you're fighting this in Texas. California Governor Gavin Newsom has opened the door to potentially trying to redistrict in California. And in New York, Governor Kathy Hochul, the way that she framed it was that, quote, all's fair in love and war. And if other states violate the rules and are trying to give themselves an advantage, all I'll say is I'm going to look at it closely with Hakeem Jeffries. Are you and other House members on a unified page on the approach forward? Are you engaging in conversations with other Democratic governors about that path? Is that a unified front here at this point? Has that conversation happened?
Absolutely. I think in our Texas delegation and across the Congress, we feel very strongly that we should be playing by the same set of rules. And what we see right now is that President Trump and Texas Republicans are trying to change the rules of the game in the middle of this decade and redistrict Texas. It's not unprecedented, but it is not acceptable. And so it's really important that we make sure that we're using every tool that we have to fight back. And certainly we know that President Trump isn't asking Texas to redraw the maps because he thinks that he's going to lose 5 seats in Texas. He thinks he's going to lose 5 seats or more elsewhere in the country and wants to try to pick them up in Texas. And so we have to look at this as a nationwide strategy on their side, and we need to do that on our side, too.
Congresswoman, I think for many people outside of Texas watching all of this unfold, there's some surprise here, because I think one would have thought if a special session was coming our way that might focus on relief efforts and the tragedy that we just saw transpire in the state. How are Democrats talking to voters across Texas right now about what this move looks like in the aftermath of that tragedy? Are voters seeing that connection here?
I think they are seeing the connection, and thank you for your question and for your concern for people across Texas. And what we're hearing, two things. One, our state representatives are doing a fantastic job of trying to make sure that this session stays focused on the things that actually matter to Texans, and recovery from the devastating floods that just happened and the ongoing trauma and the ongoing tragedy in our communities across our state, because it touches people across our state. That should be paramount. That should be what the legislature is focused on, instead of this redistricting for President Trump. I don't know of any Texans who are asking Governor Abbott to add this to the special session, right? This is not coming from Texas, it's coming from Washington. And so our message has been clear. Don't surrender Texas. Don't surrender Texans. Focus on the things that matter to them. And at the hearing yesterday, the legislators said they were considering whether to go forward. And my answer to them is don't. Focus on the things that matter to Texans, and focus on the things that are happening right here in our community where people need help.
Can I ask you big picture too? Do you think fundamentally Texas is a permanently red state? Or is it a state because of some of the voting history that you've touched on, and the reality of the current map that's already in existence, where voters just don't actually have full, democratic say in their representation in the state? Do you see it as a red state, or is it something else?
Well, I definitely don't see it as a red state, and I don't believe that we can't change things here. And I know that from personal experience, because I currently represent a district that was represented by Republicans, including President George H.W. Bush, for 50 years. And we won in 2018 because the people in our community wanted something different from their elected leaders. And so I do believe that it's possible in Texas. But what we do know is that the voter turnout in Texas is very low, lowest in the country. And so what we need to be able to do is talk to people about why it's important to vote and help communicate about what we're doing. But gerrymandering is an effort to undo that. There are a lot of other things as well that we've seen our state legislature do to try to make it harder for Texans to vote rather than easier. But certainly operating in a state where the districts are drawn to make you feel like it doesn't matter whether you show up at the polls has an effect. And that's by design. And that's why we have to fight back against this gerrymandering effort, not just now, not just while it's in the legislature, all the way to next November and beyond, because we do have people who are committed to making sure that all Texans are able to exercise their right to vote. And I believe that when all Texans can and do that, you will see a lot of great things happening here in Texas. And I don't think that we have to be in a permanent minority as Democrats, but we do need to make it fair, and we need to make it possible for people to exercise their vote. And that's why it's so important that we're fighting back right now and that we continue to fight back.
Congresswoman Lizzie Fletcher, we appreciate your time, and best to everybody in Texas here as you guys continue to go through the recovery process.
Thank you so much.